Welcome to Top Fact Amazing. Some of the creatures on this list have been well known for years, while others are still shrouded in mystery. Imagine how you'd react if you suddenly found yourself face to face with each of these giants. Or better yet, how would you survive? Chills. 10. Louis checks the mail. Louis Camacho is getting his mail on a sunny day when he suddenly stops, feeling something off in the air. It's hard to explain, but somehow his surroundings feel strange, mysterious. He scans the area and finally traces the source of his unease. Dropping to his hands and knees, he peers into a sewer grate, and there, down a long tunnel, he sees a giant alligator staring back at him. The creature opens its mouth, letting out a ferocious hiss as a clear warning to stay away. The two hold eye contact for a tense moment before Louis quickly backs away to call the authorities. The alligator was removed shortly afterward, but Louis will never forget how close he came to a life or death struggle he likely wouldn't have won. One more thing. Look closely at the footage, and you'll spot a small green ball resting by the alligator. You have to wonder, just moments before this recording, did a child or a dog go to retrieve the ball and see exactly what Louis did? 9. The Curious Blob. This footage, captured from a British oil rig, seems pretty ordinary at first, until a massive creature slowly rises from the depths of the sea. Its shimmering, shapeless body is both mysterious and mesmerizing. Gliding across the ocean with a silky, fluid motion, the camera operator excitedly pans to keep the strange beast in sight. In disbelief, they watch as the formless creature lingers around the rig for a while before drifting off. When this video first surfaced, many believed it was part of a whale. However, scientists quickly debunked that theory, noting that whale tissue would be far too nutritious to float around the ocean. It would be eaten almost immediately. Eventually, they identified the creature as a giant jellyfish called Dipsteria reticulum. 8. The Largest Gator. Imagine being on a nature preserve and having this scaly giant walk right across your path. That's exactly what happened to visitors at the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County, Florida. Luckily for them, the alligator seemed more interested in finding water than finding food. The largest recorded alligator in Florida measured just over 14 feet, but wildlife officials believe the gator in this video could be even larger. The only catch? They're a bit too afraid to get an official measurement, and honestly, who can blame them? 7. Leviathan hears a giant. A YouTuber named Leviathan is on a hiking trip when he starts hearing strange noises in the distance. Just as he begins to seriously suspect he's not alone in the woods, he comes across a series of large footprints that confirm his suspicions. Feeling uneasy and fearing for his safety, he decides to head back when the noises sound again, this time much closer. The menacing call prompts him to make a quick retreat back to civilization. To this day, Leviathan has no idea what was making that noise, or just how large it might have been. 6. The Slimey Find. These gigantic, slimy mollusks are hunted in the Philippines for their unique shells, which resemble elephant tusks and sell for around $200 each. Scientists had been finding their hollow shells for years, but only recently did they obtain an actual specimen for further study. When they cracked open its shell for a closer look, this is what emerged: a 5-foot-long creature flopping out of its casing, stinking up the entire room. It was found in a sulfur-rich mud pool, where it had been feeding on putrid bacteria for years. Who knows what else researchers will discover at that location? 5. The construction worker discovery. Construction workers in Brazil were performing a demolition job when they stumbled upon the flattened remains of a 33-foot anaconda. To get a sense of just how massive this snake is, try counting the seconds it takes to film its entire body. There's not much more information available about this story, but then again, not much more is needed. This is a gigantic snake that, given the chance, would have no trouble squeezing your ribs until they cracked and making you its next meal. 4. Stalked and eaten. If you ever travel to the Indonesian islands, keep an eye out for these 150-pound, human-hunting lizards. The Komodo dragon has an insatiable appetite, allowing it to eat up to 120 pounds in a single meal. That's 80% of its own body weight, no problem. They'll even go after humans if they get desperate enough, which happens more often than you'd think. Komodo dragons have been known to ambush stray tourists on trails and even target entire villages. In 2007, for example, an 8-year-old boy was attacked by a Komodo dragon and did not survive. Other infamous incidents include a Komodo dragon biting off the top of a person's foot during a visit to the Los Angeles Zoo. 3. The Sky Creature. This footage was reportedly captured on a flight somewhere over Zambia. A passenger is casually recording out their window when a giant, humanoid figure starts to appear in the distance. The figure seems to keep pace with the plane for a moment before twisting away and disappearing. The obvious explanation here would be CGI. But if it's not CGI, then what this creature could be is anyone's guess. 2. The Beijing sighting. This footage supposedly comes from the capital of China, showing a massive, slow-moving creature making its way across the city landscape. It's hard to tell how many legs this giant creature has or what its intentions might be. It doesn't appear aggressive, but the ground shakes with each step, and army helicopters circle above, clearly prepared for anything. According to the uploader, this footage was reportedly suppressed by the Chinese government, which keeps a tight grip on news and social media. This is likely CGI, but if it's real, there's no information on how the situation was resolved. Before we get to number 1, if you want to see more of these videos, hit that subscribe button. I upload a new video every Thursday. 1. The Barbados impossibility. According to the uploader, this sighting took place on the Barbados Islands sometime in 2017. A massive humanoid figure is seen stomping across the horizon, its footsteps echoing through the tropical night. The creature appears to have 4 long limbs and a huge, bushy upper body covered in either fur or some kind of plant growth, possibly leaves or mold. It lets out a deep, bellowing roar as it moves across the island. In the unlikely event that this isn't CGI, then what you're witnessing could very well be a modern-day giant of some sort, though its true origins may remain a mystery. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe, as I upload a new video every Thursday. Or if you're still on the fence, here are some of my other videos I think you'd enjoy.